Did you know there's a companion of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who single-handedly took on the entire Persian army at a bridge, earning him the title, the Hero of the Bridge? Or a female companion who was a skilled surgeon on the battlefield? These are the kinds of stories we often miss, the hidden gems from the lives of the Sahaba, the companions of the Prophet. We all know the great names, the giants like Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, and Ali. Their stories are legendary, and rightly so. But the generation of the Sahaba was an ocean, vast and deep, filled with thousands of incredible individuals whose faith, courage, and unique contributions shaped the course of history. Their stories are not just historical accounts. They are powerful, personal lessons in sincerity, sacrifice, and having unshakable trust in God. Today, we're going to dive deep into that ocean. We're going to uncover some of these untold stories, the tales of companions you might not have learned about in school, but whose lives are just as inspiring and impactful. These are stories that will make you rethink what you know about the first generation of Muslims and hopefully inspire you in your own life. So, stick around, because you're about to meet some of the most remarkable, yet unsung, heroes in Islamic history. Let's start with a companion whose story reads like an epic adventure. His name is Abdullah ibn Hudafa as-Sami. Many of us might not recognize his name, but his encounters with two of the world's greatest superpowers at the time, Persia and Rome, are absolutely mind-blowing. During the caliphate of Umar ibn al-Khattab, Abdullah was sent on a mission. On his journey, he and his small group of Muslim soldiers were captured by the Byzantine Roman army. He was taken to their emperor, Heraclius. The emperor, impressed by Abdullah's resolve, decided to test him. He offered him half his kingdom, immense wealth, and his daughter's hand in marriage if Abdullah would just leave his faith. Imagine that offer. Half of the Roman Empire. Abdullah, without a moment's hesitation, looked at the emperor and replied, "By God, if you were to give me all that you possess and all that the Arabs possess in exchange for me leaving the religion of Muhammad for the blink of an eye, I would not do it." The emperor was stunned. He decided to try a different tactic, fear. He ordered a massive pot of oil to be boiled. He then brought another Muslim prisoner and had him thrown into the boiling oil right in front of Abdullah. The man's body dissolved in moments. The emperor then turned to Abdullah and gave him one last chance to renounce his faith. Abdullah refused. As the guards dragged him towards the pot, Abdullah began to cry. The emperor, thinking he had finally broken him, smirked and asked, "Why are you crying? Are you scared now?" Abdullah's response left the entire court speechless. He said, "I am not crying out of fear. I am crying because I only have one soul to give for the sake of God. I wish I had as many souls as there are hairs on my body, so I could be martyred like this again and again." The emperor, completely defeated by this man's unwavering faith, made one final offer. He said, "If you kiss my head, I will release you and all the other Muslim prisoners." Abdullah thought for a moment. This was a small act to save the lives of his brothers. He agreed. He kissed the emperor's head, and Heraclius, true to his word, released all of them. When they returned, Umar ibn al-Khattab was overjoyed. He stood up and announced to everyone, "It is a duty upon every Muslim to kiss the head of Abdullah ibn Hudafa, and I will be the first to do so." And he did. What a story of courage and conviction. Now let's talk about someone whose battlefield heroics are the stuff of legend. His name is Abu Ubaid al-Thaqafi. During the early Muslim conquests in Persia, the Muslims faced a formidable Persian army at a strategic bridge over the Euphrates River. The Persian force was massive, and they had a secret weapon, war elephants, draped in armor, which terrified the Muslim army's horses. The situation looked grim. The horses were panicking and refusing to cross the bridge. Seeing the hesitation, Abu Ubaid, the commander of the Muslim army, made a bold decision. He dismounted his horse and yelled, "If the horses are afraid, the feet of men are not." He then took his sword and single-handedly charged across the bridge towards the enemy. Inspired by his incredible bravery, his men followed him on foot. Abu Ubaid didn't just fight soldiers. He went straight for the lead war elephant, a massive white beast. He knew that to break the enemy's spirit, he had to take down their most fearsome weapon. He managed to slice through the elephant's trunk, but in the chaos, the colossal animal fell on him, and he was martyred. Although the Muslims eventually had to retreat in that specific battle, which became known as the Battle of the Bridge, Abu Ubaid's sacrifice was not in vain. His unparalleled courage became a rallying cry. It inspired the Muslims to regroup and come back stronger, eventually leading to the decisive victory at the Battle of Qadisiyah. He showed that true leadership isn't about staying in the back, it's about leading from the front, even in the face of impossible odds. But the companions' contributions weren't limited to the battlefield or grand diplomatic encounters. Many excelled in other fields, often in ways we don't expect. Let's meet a companion whose story highlights the importance of knowledge and specialized skills. Her name is Rufaidah al-Aslamiyah. Rufaidah is widely considered to be the first female surgeon and nurse in Islam. She was from the Banu Aslam tribe, which was known for its medical skills. During the time of the Prophet, peace be upon him, she set up a special tent, a mobile field hospital, right next to the Prophet's mosque in Medina. During times of peace, she would treat the sick and needy of the city. But her role became absolutely crucial during battles. She and a group of volunteer women she trained would go to the battlefields. They weren't fighting with swords, but they were fighting for lives. They would set up her tent clinic, provide first aid, perform surgeries, and nurse the wounded soldiers back to health. One of the most famous instances of her care was after the Battle of the Trench, when the prominent companion Sa'd ibn Mu'adh was severely wounded by an arrow. The Prophet himself ordered that Sa'd be placed in Rufaidah's tent so he could be close by and receive the best possible medical care. Rufaidah's story is so important because it shatters the stereotype that women were confined to their homes. She was an active, respected, and vital member of the community, a healthcare professional, a leader, and a teacher who passed on her skills to others. She demonstrates that serving God and the community can take many forms, and that every skill, whether it's medicine, teaching, or anything else, can be a path to greatness. Finally, let's look at a story of quiet, profound generosity. This is the story of Abu al-Darda. He was an Ansari, one of the helpers from Medina. One day, a verse was revealed in the Qur'an that says, "Who is it that would loan Allah a goodly loan so he may multiply it for him many times over?" When Abu al-Darda heard this, he went straight to the Prophet, peace be upon him, and asked, "O Messenger of God, does God really want a loan from us?" The Prophet confirmed that he did. Abu al-Darda then said, "Then hold out your hand." The Prophet extended his hand, and Abu al-Darda declared, "I have 2 gardens. I hereby loan my best one to God." Now, this wasn't just any garden. It was a beautiful, sprawling orchard with over 600 date palm trees. It was his prized possession, and his family, his wife and children, were living in it at that moment. After making his pledge, he went back to the garden and called out to his wife from outside the gate, "O al-Darda, come out. I have loaned this garden to my Lord." His wife's reaction is just as incredible. She didn't complain or argue. She immediately gathered her children and their belongings and said, "You have made a profitable transaction, O Abu al-Darda." She understood completely. The Prophet later remarked that he saw countless clusters of dates hanging for Abu al-Darda in paradise. This story isn't about a battle or a debate with an emperor. It's about a simple man's absolute trust in God's promise and his willingness to give up his most beloved possession for a reward that is eternal. It teaches us that true wealth isn't what we keep, but what we give away for a greater purpose. From Abdullah ibn Hudhafa's defiance in the face of an emperor to Abu Ubaid's charge against war elephants to Rufaidah's life-saving medical tent and Abu al-Darda's ultimate act of charity, these are just a few of the thousands of untold stories of the Sahaba. Each story is a window into a generation of people who were not perfect, but who strove for perfection in their faith and actions. They were real people with real challenges, but they responded with extraordinary faith. Their lives show us that greatness isn't reserved for a select few. It's accessible to anyone who has sincerity, courage, and a deep desire to please God. These stories remind us that our history is rich with role models for every situation we might face. Whether you need courage, generosity, resilience, or a way to use your unique skills for good, there is a companion whose life can be your guide. I hope hearing these stories has inspired you as much as it inspires me. Let's make an effort to learn more about these incredible individuals and share their legacies. Because in their stories, we find the roadmap to living a life of purpose. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, please hit that like button, subscribe for more hidden stories from our history, and share this video with someone who might need a little inspiration today. See you in the next one.